Do you have a pet?
Yes, I have a dog.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a small mixed breed.
That sounds adorable. What's your pet's name?
Her name is Luna.
That's such a pretty name.
Thank you, I thought it suited her.
It really does. How old is your cat?
She's 3 years old now.
So she's still pretty young.
Yes, she still acts like a kitten sometimes.
That's so cute. Did you always want a pet?
Yes, especially a dog.
Did you have pets growing up?
No, so getting one as an adult felt really special.
I can imagine that. Is your dog friendly?
Yes, very friendly.
Even with strangers?
Usually, yes. He gets excited when he meets new people.
That sounds sweet. Does your cat like being held?
Only when she's in the mood.
So she decides everything.
Pretty much, yes.
That sounds like a cat. Where did you get your pet?
I adopted him from a shelter.
That's wonderful.
Yes, I'm really glad I found him there.
That's such a nice story. What made you choose that pet?
Honestly, he chose me.
What do you mean?
He walked right up to me and wouldn't leave my side.
That's so heartwarming. Is your pet more playful or calm?
Definitely playful.
All day long.
Almost. He has so much energy.
That must keep you busy. Does your pet sleep in your room?
Yes, every night.
On the bed or somewhere else?
Usually at the foot of the bed.
That sounds cozy. Do you talk to your pet a lot?
Yes, all the time.
Like full conversations?
Honestly, yes.
I think a lot of pet owners do that. What's your pet like in the morning?
Very energetic.
More energetic than you?
Definitely more energetic than me.
That sounds familiar. Is your pet easy to take care of?
Mostly, yes.
What's the hardest part?
Probably making sure she gets enough exercise.
That makes sense. Does your dog bark a lot?
Not too much, thankfully.
Only when someone comes to the door.
Yes, mostly then.
That sounds manageable. Is your cat affectionate?
Yes, but on her own terms.
So she comes to you when she wants attention.
Exactly.
That's very cat-like. What does your pet love the most?
Probably treats and naps.
That sounds like a good life.
Honestly, I'm a little jealous.
Same. Does your pet have any funny habits?
Yes, he spins in circles before dinner.
Every single time.
Every single time.
That's hilarious. Is your pet scared of anything?
Yes, vacuum cleaners.
Really?
The second I turn it on, he disappears.
Poor thing. Does your pet get along with other animals?
Mostly, yes.
Even cats?
Surprisingly, yes.
That's nice. Is your pet spoiled?
Very spoiled.
Who spoils him the most?
Probably me, honestly.
At least you're honest about it. Does your dog like car rides?
Yes, he loves them.
Does he stick his head out the window?
He tries to every time.
That's such a dog thing. Does your cat ever wake you up early?
Yes, all the time.
For food?
Usually for food, yes.
That sounds familiar. What color is your pet?
She's mostly black with a little white on her chest.
That sounds beautiful.
She really is.
I'd love to see a picture. Is your pet big or small?
Pretty small.
So easy to carry.
Yes, but she still acts like she owns the house.
That's funny. How long have you had your pet?
About 2 years now.
It must feel like much longer.
It really does, in a good way.
I know what you mean. Do you celebrate your pet's birthday?
Yes, a little.
Really?
Just a special treat and a few pictures.
That's actually really cute. Does your pet know any tricks?
Yes, a few.
Like what?
Sit, shake, and spin.
That's impressive. Is your pet picky with food?
Very picky.
That must be frustrating.
It is, especially when I buy something expensive and she ignores it.
That's so typical. Does your pet like strangers?
He's a little shy at first.
Does he warm up quickly?
Usually after a few minutes.
That's not bad. What does your pet do when you get home?
He runs to the door immediately.
That must feel so nice.
It really does.
Pets make homecomings better. Does your pet ever do anything naughty?
Oh yes.
Like what?
He steals socks and hides them.
That's actually kind of funny. Is your cat noisy?
Not really, just when she wants food.
So she knows how to use her voice.
Exactly.
That's smart. Does your dog need a lot of walks?
Yes, at least 2 a day.
Rain or shine?
Pretty much, yes.
That's a real commitment. Is your pet cuddly?
Very cuddly.
All the time.
Especially in the evening.
That sounds so comforting. What's your favorite thing about your pet?
Probably how happy he is to see me every day.
That's such a sweet answer.
It really changes my mood.
I can understand that. Does your pet follow you around the house?
Yes, constantly.
Even to the bathroom?
Unfortunately, yes.
That's both cute and funny. Is your pet independent?
Kind of, but not completely.
So a little clingy too.
Yes, especially with me.
That means you're the favorite. Does your pet have a favorite toy?
Yes, a little stuffed duck.
Still the same one.
Yes, even though it's falling apart.
That's adorable. Does your pet hate baths?
Absolutely.
Is it a whole battle every time?
Pretty much, yes.
Poor both of you. Is your pet good with kids?
Yes, surprisingly gentle.
That's really nice.
I'm always happy about that.
I would be too. Does your pet sleep a lot?
Yes, more than I expected.
Especially during the day?
Yes, and then he gets active in the evening.
That sounds about right. Is your cat playful?
Very playful at night.
Of course, at night.
Yes, always when I want to sleep.
That's classic. Do you ever dress up your pet?
Only a little, like sweaters in winter.
Does he tolerate it?
Barely.
That's funny. Has your pet ever gotten sick?
Once, and it really scared me.
Is he okay now?
Yes, thankfully.
I'm glad to hear that. Does your pet know your routine?
Yes, very well.
Like meal times and walk times?
Exactly.
They really do learn everything. Is your pet clingy when you're sad?
Yes, actually.
That's really sweet.
It feels like he knows when I'm not okay.
Pets can be so comforting. Does your pet like sitting by the window?
Yes, especially in the afternoon.
Just watching outside?
Yes, for a long time.
That sounds peaceful. Is your dog protective?
A little, but not aggressive.
Just alert?
Yes, more alert than anything.
That sounds good. Do you let your pet on the furniture?
Yes, I gave up on that battle.
So the couch belongs to him now?
Pretty much, yes.
That's funny. Does your pet have a favorite person?
Yes, definitely me.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm very sure.
I respect the confidence. Does your cat scratch furniture?
Sometimes, yes.
Even with a scratching post?
Yes, because apparently the couch is still better.
That sounds frustrating. Does your pet get jealous?
A little.
Of other pets or people?
Mostly when I pay attention to another dog.
That's kind of funny. How often do you take your pet to the vet?
Just regular checkups unless something comes up.
That makes sense.
I try to stay on top of it.
That's good. Does your pet like visitors?
Depends on the visitor.
So he judges people.
Honestly, yes.
That's hilarious. Does your dog like other dogs?
Yes, most of the time.
Is he social at the park?
Very social.
That sounds fun. Is your cat more friendly or more mysterious?
Definitely mysterious.
That sounds elegant.
She acts like a tiny queen.
That's amazing. What's the weirdest thing your pet does?
He stares at the wall sometimes for no reason.
That's a little scary.
I know.
Pets can be so strange. Does your pet ever steal food?
Yes, if I'm not careful.
What's his favorite thing to steal?
Bread, for some reason.
That's so random. Is your pet scared of thunder?
Very scared.
What do you do then?
I just stay close and try to calm him down.
That's sweet. Does your pet know his name?
Yes, definitely.
Does he come when you call him?
Sometimes, when he feels like it.
So not always. How big was your pet when you first got him?
Tiny, unbelievably tiny.
And now?
Now he's much bigger and heavier.
That must feel emotional. Does your pet have a bedtime routine?
Kind of, yes.
Really?
He circles his bed a few times and then curls up.
That's adorable. Is your pet photogenic?
Extremely photogenic.
So you have a million pictures.
More than I should admit.
I completely understand that. Does your pet ever get zoom eyes?
Oh yes, especially at night.
Out of nowhere.
Completely out of nowhere.
That's always funny to watch. Is your pet easy to train?
Not really.
Stubborn?
Very stubborn.
That sounds challenging. Does your dog like the rain?
No, he hates it.
So walks are difficult on rainy days.
Very difficult.
Poor little guy. Is your pet loud?
Not usually.
So pretty easy to live with.
Yes, thankfully.
That's nice. Does your pet get excited when you grab the leash?
Instantly.
Even if it's not for him.
Yes, every time.
That's adorable. Does your cat like boxes?
More than her expensive toys, yes.
Of course.
That's always how it is.
Cats are so funny. Does your pet comfort you when you're stressed?
Yes, a lot.
Just being near him helps.
Yes, it really does.
I believe that. Does your pet make traveling hard?
A little, yes.
Because you need someone to watch him.
Exactly.
That's always the hard part. Do you miss your pet when you're at work?
Yes, more than I expected.
Even after just a few hours?
Yes.
That's really sweet. Does your pet have a favorite place in the house?
Yes, the sunny spot near the window.
That sounds perfect.
He goes there every afternoon.
That's so cute. Does your pet get excited for treats?
Extremely excited.
More than for toys?
Definitely more than for toys.
That's funny. Is your pet more active in summer or winter?
Probably summer.
More energy then?
Yes, especially outside.
That makes sense. Do you ever leave your pet home alone long?
Not too long if I can help it.
Do you worry?
A little, yes.
I understand that. Does your pet recognize your voice?
Yes, definitely.
Even from another room?
Yes, he reacts right away.
That's sweet. Has your pet changed your daily routine?
Completely.
In a good way.
Yes, mostly in a good way.
Pets really do that. Do you think your pet understands your emotions?
Sometimes, yes.
More than people expect.
Definitely more than people expect.
I believe that. Does your pet ever make you laugh for no reason?
Constantly.
Just by existing?
Honestly, yes.
That's the best kind of pet. Is your pet dramatic?
Very dramatic.
In what way?
He acts like he's starving if dinner is 5 minutes late.
That's hilarious. Does your cat let you trim her nails?
Barely.
So it's a struggle.
A full struggle, yes.
I can imagine that. Does your pet like cuddling on the couch?
Yes, especially at night.
That sounds so nice.
It really is.
I'm jealous. What does your pet do when you leave the house?
Usually he watches me from the window.
That must make you feel guilty.
A little, yes.
I'd feel the same. Does your pet love toys or food more?
Food, no question.
Not even close.
Not even a little close.
That's funny. Do you think your pet knows when you're talking about him?
Yes, honestly.
Really?
He reacts whenever I say his name.
That's adorable. Is your pet more attached to you or to the whole family?
Mostly to me.
So you're definitely the chosen one.
Yes, and I'm proud of it.
As you should be. Does your pet hate the vet?
Absolutely.
Is it stressful every time?
Yes, for both of us.
Poor baby. Does your dog beg for food?
Yes, very politely.
Politely.
He just sits there and stares.
That would work on me. Does your cat knock things off tables?
Sometimes, yes.
On purpose?
Honestly, I think so.
That sounds like classic cat behavior. Is your pet a picky eater?
Very picky.
That must be hard.
It is, because she changes her mind all the time.
That sounds exhausting. Does your pet have a favorite blanket?
Yes, one soft gray blanket.
Really?
Yes, he always sleeps on it.
That's adorable. What does your pet do when he wants attention?
He puts his paw on me.
That's so sweet.
It works every time.
I would never resist that. Does your pet like being brushed?
Surprisingly, yes.
Really?
Yes, she actually enjoys it.
That's lucky. Do you ever call your pet silly nicknames?
All the time.
More than the actual name?
Honestly, yes.
That's so normal. Does your pet greet you at the door every day?
Yes, almost every day.
That must be one of the best parts of your day.
It really is.
I can imagine. Is your pet easy with grooming?
Not really.
So baths and brushing are hard.
Yes, especially baths.
That sounds tiring. Does your dog like meeting other dogs on walks?
Yes, very much.
Is he always excited?
Almost too excited sometimes.
That's cute. Does your cat sleep near you?
Yes, usually close by.
On your bed?
Yes, or sometimes on the chair next to it.
That sounds so cozy. Does your pet make your home feel different?
Absolutely.
In what way?
It feels warmer and less empty.
That's such a nice way to say it. What would you say is your pet's personality?
Sweet, stubborn, and funny.
That sounds like a lot in one small body.
It really is.
I love that. Does your pet get excited when you say walk?
Immediately.
Even if you say it casually?
Yes, I have to spell it sometimes.
That's hilarious. Does your pet ever sleep in weird positions?
All the time.
Like upside down?
Yes, and with his legs everywhere.
That's the funniest thing. Does your pet like guests?
He likes some of them more than others.
So he has opinions.
Definitely.
That's amazing. Do you ever buy your pet gifts?
Yes, more than I should.
Toys and treats.
Exactly.
I think that's pretty normal. Does your pet know any words besides his name?
Yes, definitely treat and walk.
Of course, those words.
Those are the important ones.
Clearly. Does your pet ever get moody?
Yes, especially my cat.
In what way?
She just decides she wants to be left alone.
That sounds exactly right. Does your dog like cuddling with blankets?
Yes, especially when it's cold.
That's so cute.
He burrows into them like a little baby.
I love that. What's the funniest thing your pet has ever done?
He once barked at his own reflection.
That's amazing.
He looked so offended.
I can picture that. Does your pet like going outside?
Yes, very much.
Even just for a little while?
Yes, he loves fresh air.
That's nice. Does your pet ever sit on your laptop?
Yes, whenever I'm busy.
That feels very intentional.
I think it is.
That's funny. Is your pet affectionate with everyone?
Not everyone.
So people have to earn it?
Exactly.
That makes it more special. Do you think your pet changed your life?
Yes, definitely.
In a big way?
Yes, bigger than I expected.
I believe that. Does your pet wait for you when you're late?
Yes, I think so.
How can you tell?
He's always by the door when I get home late.
That's so touching. Does your cat like sunbathing?
Yes, she loves it.
In the same spot every day?
Pretty much.
That sounds peaceful. Does your pet ever comfort other people too?
Yes, surprisingly.
Even people he doesn't know well?
Yes, sometimes.
That's really sweet. Is your pet more silly or more elegant?
Definitely silly.
No elegant mystery at all.
None at all.
That's adorable. Does your pet have a favorite sound?
The treat bag opening.
Of course.
He can hear that from another room.
That's impressive. Does your pet like watching TV?
A little, especially if there are animals on screen.
Really?
Yes, he gets very interested.
That's so funny. What's the hardest part of having a pet?
Worrying about them when something feels wrong.
That makes sense.
You get very attached.
Of course. What's the best part of having a pet?
The companionship, honestly.
Just having them there.
Yes, it changes the whole feeling of a day.
That's lovely. Does your pet ever act like a little person?
All the time.
In what way?
The expressions, the attitude, the habits.
That's the funniest part of pets. Does your dog bring you toys?
Yes, especially when he wants attention.
Does he drop them right in front of you?
Yes, every time.
That's adorable. Does your cat like sleeping in strange places?
Yes, she loves boxes and baskets.
More than her actual bed?
Definitely more than her actual bed.
Of course. Do you celebrate little things with your pet?
Yes, probably more than I should.
Like what?
Gotcha day, birthdays, silly milestones.
That's actually really cute. Does your pet ever seem guilty after doing something bad?
Yes, especially my dog.
Really guilty?
He gets this very dramatic face.
That's so funny. Does your pet like kisses?
Tolerate is probably the better word.
So not exactly enjoy.
Not exactly, no.
That's still cute. Does your pet have a routine with you?
Yes, very much.
Like meals, walks, naps, bedtime.
Exactly.
Pets really love routine. Does your pet get lonely easily?
I think so, yes.
That must be hard.
A little, which is why I try not to leave too long.
That makes sense. Does your pet make you feel less lonely?
Absolutely.
Even just their presence helps.
Yes, very much.
I really understand that. Does your pet ever surprise you?
All the time.
In a good way.
Usually in a funny way.
That's the best. Is your pet more active in the morning or at night?
Definitely in the morning.
So you don't get to sleep in?
Not really, no.
That sounds familiar. Does your pet like cuddling with you when you watch TV?
Yes, that's one of his favorite things.
That sounds so nice.
It really is.
That's the dream. Does your pet ever ignore you on purpose?
My cat absolutely does.
Like fully ignores you?
Completely, especially when she's annoyed.
That's such cat behavior. Does your dog know when it's weekend?
I think he does.
Really?
Yes, because the schedule is different and he notices everything.
That's amazing. Does your pet ever make a bad day better?
Yes, almost every time.
Just by being there?
Yes, just by being there.
That's really special. Does your pet have a favorite person besides you?
Yes, my sister.
Really?
Yes, he gets so excited when she visits.
That's sweet. Is your pet silly around food?
Extremely silly.
Like dancing around?
Yes, basically dancing.
That's hilarious. Does your pet seem to understand your schedule?
Yes, more than I expected.
Like when it's time for bed or dinner?
Exactly.
They really notice everything. Does your pet ever make you laugh when you're trying to be serious?
Constantly.
That's such a pet thing.
It really is.
I love that. Does your pet have a dramatic personality?
Very dramatic.
More than some people.
Honestly, yes.
That's amazing. Does your pet like cuddling in winter more than summer?
Definitely.
That makes sense.
He becomes extra affectionate when it's cold.
That's really cute. What would you say if someone asked why you love your pet so much?
I'd say because he feels like part of the family.
That's a beautiful answer.
That's really how it feels.
I completely understand. Does your pet have a favorite time of day?
Probably dinner time.
Of course.
Everything becomes exciting at dinner time.
That's funny. Does your pet ever make you worry too much?
Yes, sometimes.
Because you love him so much.
Exactly.
That makes total sense. Do you think your pet made you more responsible?
Definitely.
In what way?
I have to think about another living being every day.
That's true. Does your pet have a strong personality?
Yes, very strong.
Even though he's small.
Especially because he's small, I think.
That's so funny. If your pet could talk, what do you think he'd say?
Probably feed me and pay attention to me.
That sounds about right.
Maybe why are you late too?
That's hilarious. What's the best way to talk about your pet in conversation?
Probably naturally, like sharing funny habits, routines, or little stories.
So not just basic facts.
Right. People usually enjoy the personality part most.
That makes sense. So what should someone say when talking about their pet?
They can talk about the pet's name, personality, habits, funny behavior, and why they love them so much.
That sounds easy and personal.
Yes, because pets are not just animals to most people. They're part of daily life and emotional life too.
That sounds like the right way to do it.